Good morning. Welcome back to the class. Today we're going to talk about what is data. What is data? Data is a combination of columns and rows in a table. Why is important to study the data? It's important to study the data to make informed decisions in a business. Which data type we're going to encounter in Tableau? We're going to have structured data. This data is presented in readable format or quantitative data. Examples are rows, columns, values, relational database, numbers, dates, strings. Cons, but sound more like a pro, is from structured data is that you use less storage and it's easy to manage and protect. The second data type that you're going to find is unstructured data. Unstructured data is data presented in unreadable format or qualitative. Examples are image, audio, video, word processing file, and spreadsheet. Cons of unstructured data is that this data requires more storage and is hard to manage and protect. It's complex to search and analyze. Now, what is Tableau? Tableau is a data visualization and business analyst tool used to convert raw data into useful information to help improve businesses' decisions. What is raw data? Columns and rows. Which useful information we're going to make complete analysis of the data. Tableau is a higher user interface. What that means that is focused on the end user and how to help the end user interact with the products. In other words, how human and computer interact in a device. When you're an administrator on Tableau, you're gonna decide who's gonna be the creator, who's gonna be the explorer, and who's gonna be the viewer. You have the power to decide blocks and certain stuff for certain people. Okay, what is dimension in Tableau? Dimension is non-calculable data, like alphabetical data, dates, dates of on the calendar, even there are numbers, they are in this area because you cannot calculate them. Anything that you cannot make calculation, you cannot subtract, add, do something uh, calculable with them is a dimension. What is measure? Measure is the calculable data, all the data you can count or calculate. Here we show Tableau. You can see these are dimension because you cannot calculate. And then these are the measure that are the one that you can calculate. And here you can see on the data source, you can see that Tableau automatically uh, let you know which one are measure and which one are dimensions. What is a data model? A data model is a visual representation of the business data and the connection between them. Type of data model that we can find is hierarchical model, relational model, network model, object-oriented database model, entity relationship model, document model, entity attribute value model, object relational model, or star model. In Tableau, we have two layers. We had the logical layer and the physical layer. This area here is the logical layer, and this area down here is the physical layer. The logical layers is the top area in Tableau. Here is where we open our data source to view it, and here we can create relationship between tables or how independent tables relate to each other, which columns they have in common that you can relate and work and uh, create a data visualization. The physical layer, the bottom area on Tableau, data source, show you how the hardware store the data. That's why they told you which one are measured, which one are dimension. Here we can see columns and rows and if they are a dimension or measure. What is the worksheet on Tableau? Okay, this is the physical layer and this is the worksheet. Is the area where you build views for the data. How you build these views? You do dragging, doing dragging and dropping fill. Okay, that's what you do on Tableau. Just drag and drop. This is the beginning of our course in Tableau. Thank you for coming, and we see you tomorrow. Thank you.